Had you ever been in a cave before? It's kind of dark, but also really awesome. Hey there, I'm Maisie.
And I'm Ayla.
Today we're going to take you on a nature quest to Maquoketa Caves. Let's go. Come on, let's go. One of the really cool things about this place is that there's no guided tours. It's just you, a map, your headlight, and a whole bunch of caves to explore. This cave is called the DANCEHALL. It's so big that it echoes inside.
Mommy, where are
It echoes all the way through the cave. Most of the cave is high enough that even a really tall person can't reach the ceiling. But once you get to the other side, watch your head. It gets really low right before the end of the cave. But that just means you can see the ceiling really close. There's a few little stalactites growing here. Stalactites are formed by dripping water that leaves minerals behind, and stalagmites grow up from where the water lands. These caves don't have any big ones, but stalactites and stalagmites can get really big, like these we saw at Mystic Cavern in Arkansas a few years ago. If you ever have trouble remembering which one grows from the ceiling and which one grows from the floor, think of it this way. The M in stalagmite is like two mountains growing up from the ground. And the two T's in stalactite is like two teeth hanging from the ceiling. Now back to the dance hall. After ducking your head, there are some fun stepping stones to cross. Then it's up and out the other side. Look how pretty this place is. Next we go under a natural land bridge and cross a stream that runs under it. The land bridge was probably a cave at some point a long time ago, but the sides of it collapsed. Now it's a land bridge. And now we need to hike through the woods and cross more streams to find the next cave. More caves! More caves! There are cliffs and bluffs all over the place. And lots of little mini caves that are too small to go inside. Then we found the next cave. And it was a really fun one. That means you have to crawl. We're going in. This cave is called Up and Down Cave. And there's a good reason for that name. First you have to climb up into the entrance, then you have to climb straight down into a hole in the cave. Inside isn't that big, but it's really cool.
What's that, guys?
The walls have tiny drops of water and minerals all over them. And they sparkle in our headlamps. This is so cool. Then it's time to climb back up through the hole and down to the outside. That was an awesome cave. Then there are two caves close to each other. The first one is Hernando's Hideaway. And it does look like a pirate's hideaway. You need to get low to explore this one. That makes the adventure so much more fun. And the next one is called Twin Arches. It's a little bit bigger, but not quite as big as the dance hall. By now it's starting to get late, so we followed a hiking trail to head back to the car. And while we were hiking, a mama to baby deer. They are so cute. Then it's back through the dance hall, and we headed to the hotel for the night. We'll be back in the morning for more caves. Caves, Day 2. This time we're hanging out on the longer hiking route to find the cave that take a little longer to get to. It's really pretty in the woods. There are lots of flowers and autumn leaves falling from the trees. But we are here for the cave. And we just found one. There's a lot of stairs here. Finally at the top. This one's called Wide Mouth Cave. And for a good reason. Let's go inside. It's much bigger on the inside than it looks from the outside. But not very tall. This is another cave where you can explore the ceiling easily. The stalactites are a little bit bigger in here. And it goes in even deeper. But that would require squirming on our bellies, so we're going to skip that part. Now on to the next cave. We're heading back into the woods, and on our way to the next trail, we have to pass by the up and down cave again. We liked this one so much yesterday, we're going to do it again. This cave is so much fun, we could do it 100 times. But we have more caves to explore. Alright, back on track. Then it's back under the natural bridge, over the street, and through the dance hall again. This time, we take the hiking trail that leads away from the parking lot. And we end up at a cave that looks like a very small hole straight down into the ground under a rock. We decided to skip this one because it's really deep and really narrow. So onward we went. The trail gets a bit more adventurous here. That's our favorite kind of trail. We crossed some fallen logs. And another stream. Then some more stairs. And then we found some more caves. This one's small. Small, but still cool. One of the things that we were hoping to see here, but haven't, is bats. Bats do live in caves, and according to the signs here, they do live in these caves, but there probably does a lot deeper than we can go. There is a bat disease that's been killing bats all over the continent. It's called white nose syndrome. People can't catch it, but they can spread it. So anytime you visit caves, make sure you clean your shoes on the way out so you don't accidentally carry it to other bats. Now back to the caves. And there are a lot more to see. This one's called the Ice Cave. And it's really, really dark in here. It's also really big. And it goes in really far. Maybe there'll actually be some bats in here. But we still didn't find any bats. But we did find a moth. And a bunch of cave spiders. Cool. And it's really cold in here. So cold we could see our breath. That's why it's called Ice Cave. Now back outside where it's warm. There's a tunnel to pass through on the way to the next cave. Make that 2 tunnels. And a water crossing. And then we found the next cave. Time to put our headlights back on. A quick caving tip. The best way to check if your headlight's on is to hold your hand in the front and see if it lights up. This cave, it's called the Rainy Day Cave. And it does have water in it. There's actually a stream running right through it. We had to walk through the stream to get in the back of the cave. And that water is cold. The stream goes way back, deeper than we can go. So back to the sunlight.
cave hands and cave knees and cave sister knees.
Muddy hands and muddy knees is a sign of adventure. The Rainy Day Cave was the last cave on the trail. So now we're going to head back to the entrance of the park. And we have to go through the dance hall one last time. Then it's up and out of the caves. This place was so cool. We would definitely come back. But before we leave, gotta clean my shoes. Alright guys, Maquoketa Caves was awesome. Thanks for coming on this nature quest with us. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more adventures. Until next time, bye!